You know, when you're looking for shortcuts, pie dough is a really great thing to have on hand because it equals delicious meals really quickly. And cream cheese, it's the perfect complement. Now we just need something to be the center of attention. How about these rainbow carrots? I bet you we can make something magical.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do. Welcome to Struggle Meals.
I've got my pie dough and my cream cheese, store-bought stuff. We're gonna set that aside for just a second and work on our fresh produce, which in this case is carrots. First thing we're gonna do is take off the green part. I'm gonna peel the carrots, make them nice and smooth. It'll give it a little more color. We're gonna cut these in half the long way. I'm using carrots in this galette, but it's a super versatile blueprint, so you can use things like tomatoes and zucchini. You can even go the sweet route and go with some peaches or blueberries. We're gonna make a quick little dressing here that will cook our carrots in. It'll give it more flavor. We've got some olive oil, on about 2 tablespoons. We'll hit it with salt and pepper. Free flavor in the packet drawer. So we got some red pepper flakes, a little bit of heat. It's gonna be really nice. Honey gives us sweetness. Onion powder, garlic powder. Struggle whisk 7500. Let's bring together our carrot roasting fat, liquid, all of the above. Carrots can go right in. Boop. So I'm just rubbing these around, trying to coat all their surfaces in the olive oil. All right, let's get this on a sheet tray. We're gonna give them a quick little roast first, and then we'll make our galette. This isn't always the case. If you're using zucchini or tomatoes, fine, cook it at the same time as the galette. But carrots, squash, potatoes, you gotta give them a pre-cook. So these carrots are all dressed up. We're just gonna par cook them right now so they soften. That way, when we bake them with the pie crust, everything finishes at the same time. Let's work on that filling. The center of the filling is gonna be cream cheese. The cream cheese is nice and soft. So we're gonna hit this with some cumin right now. It's a really complementary spice for carrots. We're gonna hit it with salt and pepper, because you want this to taste the best that it can possibly taste. We've got dried spices in here. Let's get some fresh ones from the herb garden. So if you buy fresh herbs, like in soil, then when you cut them, they regrow back. It's unbelievable. And that means it's free flavor in the future and freshness now. All right, we got cilantro. We've got chives. Woo! So fresh. So I'm just gonna take my scissor and just start snipping these right into the cream cheese. Coming in with our Struggle Whisk 7500. The cream cheese here is a vehicle, and you can load up that vehicle with whatever herbs and spices you want. That's all together and fantastic. Let's just taste it. How could that be bad? It can't. So the carrots are done. This looks so great. So I'm just gonna let those chill out for a second while I work on the pie dough. So we've got store-bought pie dough here. Let's get a rolling pin. So I'm just gonna go from the center and roll out, just try to get a little more surface area to work with here. Sheet tray right here with a little parchment, and we can lay our pie crust right out onto that. We're gonna lay out our cream cheese filling, leaving about 1 inch of space all along the edge. This looks pretty good. We don't need to go all the way to the edges with the cream cheese because we're gonna fold it over. You do wanna leave a little border. And now that the carrots are cooled enough, we can assemble and put this in. I mean, this is your opportunity to be pretty. And the coolest thing probably about a galette is that it is rustic, yet it looks impressive. So all this is gonna look amazing at the end. Let's fold up these edges. We're not making a pie that needs to look perfect. You know, this is a galette. The whole thing is that it's supposed to look rustic. We're cracking an egg, and that'll give us a golden, gorgeous crust. Whisk it up real good. Perhaps you did really well at work, and you got a bonus. That means you can afford a pastry brush. I did well. This was my bonus. So now I've got my egg in my pastry brush. I'm just gonna ever so gently paint the edges of the galette. This will give it a nice golden color. The egg wash is optional. That's it. We've got our carrots par cooked. We've got our delicious cream cheese filling that's loaded up with spices and fresh herbs. We've got our pie crust that was store-bought. We egg washed it. This goes into the oven. I can't wait. All right, we're gonna cook this just till it's golden brown. Mamma mia. Let's cut into it. Na, 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 na. You can see why I chose rainbow carrots, right? I mean, look at how beautiful that is. And for $2.02 a serving, I feel like we're at a fine dining restaurant at a diner price tag. Got our galette, we can treat it sort of like a pizza. We got all our different rainbow carrots. Tastes really delicious. You know, the herbs and spices that I used are both bright and warming, and I think they're the perfect complement for these honey roasted carrots. What a transformation. I mean, when I think of the carrots in their raw state in a pie dough, it was kind of like, whatever. But you look at it now, I mean, we're talking about prom queen of ingredients here. And what a delicious thing to make for yourself if you're feeling like you want something tasty, or for friends. So with store-bought pie crust and cream cheese, you can make a really impressive looking galette with basically whatever fresh produce you have laying around.